Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you're new to the page, be sure to like and subscribe to this video so you don't miss any of the content we have coming out. And today we're going to be diving into Strange Adventures, issue number 6. This is 6 of 12, so we're halfway through the Strange Adventures line. This is following Adam Strange. It's been a really unique and awesome run, and Tom King has wrote Mr. Terrific. I think the best I've seen him written in a long time. I really have enjoyed it so much, and Mr. Terrific has always been one of my favorites. Adam Strange is usually not a character that's seen a whole lot in comics, so it's really interesting to see these two together. Batman's thrown in there, once or twice. So it really is a lot of fun. So today we're going to be diving into this issue, and it's going to be picking us up with Mr. Terrific and Adam Strange's wife Elena talking. So without further ado, let's dive into this issue. Now this picks us up where issue number 4 left off. And we get Mr. Terrific and Elena having a walk through the city when it's just crazy snowing out. So they decide to go get a drink and talk about dead children. And they arrive at a bar, and you have a local talk show host talking, and they're really talking about, the alien invasion that Adam Strange has been preaching that's going to happen. And so pretty much the whole world is shut down and nothing's getting done. No one's making movies. Nobody's doing anything right now. Everybody's waiting in anticipation for an alien invasion. And so these two start talking, and Mr. Terrific pretty much starts it out with, there was a car accident. His wife was driving and he wasn't there. It was a hit and run. Guy got through a light. His wife was 35 weeks pregnant. She died. The kid died. It's kind of end of story right there. And that's really what, helped him become a superhero. And so Mr. Terrific asks her, how did you lose yours? And she says the Pykkts. They are merciless. And Mr. Terrific's just like, that's it? I thought there'd be more to it. And there's really, in her opinion, there's not more to it. How is it any more different than a car accident? It is what it is. And Mr. Terrific is kind of noticing that, she's not necessarily his enemy. And this whole time we've been thinking that Elena is against Mr. Terrific finding out and some kind of truth. But Mr. Terrific is starting to feel like he might actually have it wrong. And Mr. Terrific really opens up. He's like, I didn't want the baby, if I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't want to be a father. I was too busy trying to be terrific. I wasn't interested in fatherhood of any kind. And that the guilt actually drives him, and it helps him become a better Mr. Terrific. And this is where Elena says, Adam had gotten taken after the Battle of the Rocks, near the end, just as victory was within sight. He'd gotten taken, and he doesn't talk about what happened, but she can only assume. And after he escaped, he came back, and he was a different man, not as more vulnerable in her opinion. And not long after that, he went into the desert with his daughter for some father-daughter bonding time, and they were ambushed, and his daughter was killed. So the story she's gotten is she went out with her father, they were ambushed, and they were killed. And she doesn't know anything more on it. You would assume Adam Strange, the great, Adam Strange would be able to save his daughter, but like she said, he was different. He was changed. The Pykkts, they are merciless. No more or less than a car accident, though. And so they continue their walk looking at art around the city. And we really are finding out here that, Elena really might see herself as the smartest person on Ron. Her father really sees herself as that. Adam Strange sees himself as the second smartest, and that would make her third. But sometimes, just because someone's behind you doesn't mean they haven't lapped you. And that's her stance on who might be the smartest. And before they go to call it a night, Mr. Terrific goes to go inside, and he really just asks, what do you want? What was the point of all this? And she asked Mr. Terrific, no, what do you want? And he's just like, I'm pretty sure I can be honest. You already know what I want. And he wants the truth. She says, it was a war. We were the good guys, but we weren't always good. Towards the end, after their daughter died, we were even cruel at times. but we did it all to defeat, you know, an evil horror. And they didn't kill that angry kid from the bookstore. You know, she's like, we're ashamed of our actions, but we're not afraid of them. We're not hiding anything. And this is where she asks, like, do you believe me? And this is where he says, after Adam returned, gave you the news, where did you bury your daughter's body? And she's like, there was no body. We just did a small casket, a small monument, like nothing. And he says, you know, all right then, like, I guess I believe you. And she's like, I don't understand. And he's just like, you know, there's not much to it. Like, whatever you do or say, whatever war's coming, like, I'm gonna keep looking at what happened. And you should talk to your husband about your daughter. Now, this comic skips around a lot. It jumps a lot. And so what I've done is really condensed the two stories that are in here that have been jumping all over. Now, we're taken back to the Battle of the Rocks. And we really see this battle play out as it happened. And we see the Pykkts make their arrival on the battlefield. And they meet up to have like a parlay, essentially, to see if there is a way that they can end this without bloodshed. And obviously, you know, the Pykkts aren't interested in that. And Adam and his wife blow through these three emissaries like they're absolutely nothing. And the war has begun. And then we pick up on the front lines. And we see the battle playing out from the sky. And it is just absolute pandemonium, chaos, people dying. And really, you know, we see Adam Strange's forces taking the lead here. Being able to overcome the Pykkts. You know, they're almost on like a 2-to-1 ratio at this point. You know, tens of thousands of people are dying. You know, they're getting flanked. You know, they're trying to outmaneuver the enemy. They're doing everything they can to try to win this war at all costs. And as the battle goes along, Adam and his wife, you know, they're pretty much beat down. And they're just taking a break on the battlefield, scattered with bodies. And they get up and they make their move. And they head out and they make their stand. You know, there's no reserves left. Pretty much, you know, what's there is there. Either you're going to make your stand or you're going to die. These are the two options for this battle playing out. And you see just absolute devastation on the battlefield. But they're seeming to win this battle. And they see the enemy retreating and they're trying to chase them down. And this is where Elena gets shot out of the sky. Adam Strange catching her and bringing her down to the ground. He also takes one to the chest. And we see the Pykkts drag Adam Strange away. And that will be the end of this issue. So what do you guys think? You know, Mr. Terrific's out there doing his thing, you know, being Mr. Terrific, trying to manipulate conversations and find out as much information as he can. Now, we're going to find out what happened to Adam Strange in the next issue. I'm really feeling like what made him change to the point that he wasn't able to save his daughter's life, or at least that's what we're being told is what happened. So we're going to find out here soon. Let me know what you guys think. Are you liking Adam Strange? Are you liking Strange Adventures? Is it something you're enjoying? You know, there's an HBO show coming out in the near future. It might be following Adam Strange. Are you guys excited about that? Let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments. Let me know. Let's talk it up. If you guys haven't yet, be sure to like and subscribe to the page. And until the next video.